it has been a while since I've done a book review. Granted, this one I got sent for free as part of the Thomason Reviewer program. This is a book called Open-Minded, an Inspirational Story of a Changed Woman by Mitzi Einstein. It's part of the Jack and Rosie series. I don't know if it's the first book in the series. I want to say it's the second one, but honestly, it didn't make a darn bit of difference in being able to read it. I was kind of surprised at what a quick read this was. Admittedly, with that title, I wasn't exactly expecting it to be a romance story. I thought it was going to be like a story, like a true life, real life stories, inspiration tale. I don't know. Something along those lines. It's late, guys. I'm trying to squeak this in before the deadline. But anyways, regardless, not a bad thing. I just wasn't quite expecting that, but it was such a quick read that when I saw the deadline to get this submitted was approaching, I stayed up late and I got half the book read in one evening, and I finished the rest of it today. So, there is that. So basically, our two main characters, we've got people from totally different walks of life. Rosie is basically sort of the ice queen, puts her work before everything, never really bothered to settle down, start a family, anything like that. Her work always came first. As far as men and romance went, she never let herself feel anything towards men. She kind of just treated men like their toys, just an amusement, never let it get serious. She'd take what she wanted from them, and that would be that. She'd be on to the next one. Kind of a serial dating app purveyor, if you will. Whereas Jack, on the other hand, is the complete total opposite, very much a family man. I shouldn't say working class, since, I mean, while he does work a construction job, I think, like, his actual title is, like, a much higher thing than that. So sort of the whole looks maybe deceiving thing. But he's divorced, he has 3 kids, basically he was on this dating app just trying to put himself out there, wasn't really expecting much anything. Whereas Rosie was on this app just looking for a man to toy with, or in her words, a man to drive crazy, and this intrigued him. It was the complete polar opposite of what he'd normally look for, and likewise, he was the total and complete opposite of everything that she would normally put on her list, her, like, mental list of qualities a man must have to even be in the running to so much as be played with, much less anything else. So, I don't know, she decides she wants to just mess with this guy, and he apparently also decides this sounds like fun, let's make a game of it. So they flirt, and they go back and forth, they decide to drive each other a bit nuts on various levels. They aren't really taking it seriously or anything, honestly. They're even long distance across the country from one another, but she happens to be in San Francisco at the same time, since her work brings her there the first weekend of every month. This is a plot point, like a subplot all on its own, but regardless, it does set the stage for, as things begin to heat up, it does bring about its own challenges and all. And with those challenges, a lot of questions about what do they really want, are they really compatible, this, that, and the other. Challenges her to reevaluate her life, her priorities, her everything, her values, and what does she really want out of life, what does she really want out of her job, what does she really expect out of the romantic world. Like, it makes her reevaluate everything, and this is the first dude who has ever made her feel that before. Honestly, the whole thing is very cute, a bit predictable, but cute. And while it is an easy read, I feel like I would have liked it to be fleshed out a bit more. That said, I don't mean to sound like a bitch pointing this out, but I also feel like it could have been a little more polished before it got published. There's a lot of grammatical errors throughout the book that if it's just one or two here or there, okay, I can see something slipping past editors, but there is a significant number of them throughout the book to where it's distracting. At least to somebody who, like, is generally really butthurt over those kind of things. So I was like, this is a bit of a detraction for me personally. For some of you, may not even be a blip on the radar, but for me, I'm like, it needs another level of polish. This is kind of like first draft level story writing. But that said, even so, it is a quick, easy read. Even as like a really quickie romance novel, not like anything tawdry or anything that, just, a love story. It was still a fun read. I enjoyed it. I would still recommend it, but in terms of quality, I think I would give it a 3 out of 5 stars simply because I felt like it wasn't really long enough. For all that was going on there was so much more that could be expounded upon that just was glossed over and zipped past like it was nothing. There were so many things. I was like, you could have really gone to town on this. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I guess it's creative liberties, but yeah, it did leave me kind of wanting more there, but what do I know? But, between that and all the grammatical errors, that's why I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 rather than a 4. But regardless, it is still cute. I would still recommend it. I think it's alright. If the other 2 books in the series were offered to me similarly from the publisher as freebie reads, honestly, I think I would probably read them just to see what else there is in the story, but otherwise, don't see myself going out of the way to buy these, if I'm being totally honest. But that said, if you see them on sale for cheap, I would say might be worth it, but for how short the story was, I would say if this is more than a couple bucks, it depends. Depends how you feel about throwing that much money at that, because like I said, I basically read it in 2 days, whole thing. So, anywho, that is about all I have to say for that. So, I will provide a link down in the description to the Amazon listing for this link, so if you do want to check the book out, that's where you can find it. But yeah, so anyways, you guys know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and like to be, click subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, bye-bye.